Hello and welcome back to another episode in Season 2 of Promancing the Stones, the series where I try to find my one true pro Go player soulmate. The pro that I want to emulate, the pro whose style is the highest ideal that I'd like to aspire to, and the pro whose games I'd like to memorize. In Season 1, we went from 13 pros and we narrowed it down to 4, and we are on our 4th for Season 2. Sakata Eio, the Razor. He's known for his sharp moves. He was a stunning player in the 60s and 70s, 1960s and 1970s, and I did just a tiny bit of research and I saw that the highlight of his Go ratings was 1964 and 1971. So, without further ado, let's dive into a game. This game is between Fujisawa Shuko as black and Sakata Eio as white, and it's from 1964. What date? Oh, I don't know the exact date, I'm sorry, but it's the 11th NHK Cup. Let's get started. Fujisawa starts with a 3-4. Ooh, both 3-4s, wow. We're starting with a Shusako opening from Fujisawa Shuko. And white takes the 3-3. There's an enclosure. And white approaches right away instead of the split. 2-space high pincer, okay. White makes a little bit of a base. And just to let you know that I've only very briefly looked at all of the games that we're reviewing tonight. Just kind of flip through them to see if they were long enough to even look at. We have a Joseki here. White encloses. And an invasion. Well, not really an invasion. We're just putting pressure on the pincering stone and connecting under. Black approaches, saying that I want to break up the left-hand side. And we expect white to jump to the right. Ooh, a pincer from the 3-3. I'm not familiar with these variations. Where's that go? That doesn't work. He just wants to connect under. And so he did. So the style of play for this game, since it's from 1964, is quite a bit different than we see in modern style. And you can tell, like, the moves, it's easier to understand what the players are after. These are moves you might see in your amateur games, actually. A lot of these are moves that you would see in an amateur game. White's covering, taking influence and keeping black low so this doesn't develop into a huge moyo. And we kind of expect black to maybe jump down a knight's move here, or just put some pressure on the 3 stones, exactly. I'm not saying that old pros are as weak as amateurs. I'm saying that the development of the complexity of the game to be more messy and be okay with it being messy and not quite so pretty. I think that is a more recent development among professional players. These guys from the 60s and 70s, they had prettier games. The games were just, I think they look nicer. There was more of an aesthetic element, where now it's like, get it done, do what you can do to win, and it's not always pretty. And that, I think it leads to more exciting games. So, that being said, White's just taking a little more territory here, and they're kind of negotiating over who gets center play. Double honey. Seems daring. Connect, and it's settled, right? So White has a bit of a weak group. So Sakata Eio is strengthening his group. I'm really surprised at Black's Tanuki here. Maybe Black thinks they need to finalize their base, but this looks like an endgame move when the middle game still hasn't. I mean, isn't this side bigger? This side can live when or connect. Seems strange. Alright, finally someone plays down here. So now it's just a running fight. What would I do as Black? Interesting how this relates to this stone over here. Black's just removing Aji for White to use later. And the timing of this move seems strange as well. Maybe Sakata Eio didn't want this Ko to be a thing. And we're just wiggling our way out? Is that what's happening? Connecting through. Okay. Was that Hane really a threat? Doesn't seem to be. That's a very strange Ko threat. Okay, White played here. Black feels like he needs to connect this Y. If Black plays here, and White cuts. Something happen here? Maybe White gets too strong in the center. Seems like Black is dead set on killing that White group. Must be. Yeah. Yeah, I think the games are more reachable. From the older games are more reachable for the amateur. You can understand them just a little bit easier. Okay. We attach for strength. Or something here. And we just saw the robot recommend an attach like this. Interesting. And then what happened? Oh, he finally connected. We are cutting. And at this point, White wins by resign. Why did we resign here? Maybe because of this? P3. Yeah. Can't connect. Oh, it kills more than the corner. Well, it definitely kills the corner, though. Oh, probably not that way. Back it up. He takes. We just extend, right? No, wait. Black has this. Marry 4. And then that kills. All right. So it's either one or the other. That's why. Gotcha. So yeah, I would say both players played pretty reasonably here. It wasn't until late middle game that Sakata decided to wreck his opponent's bottom side, basically. Interesting. And that must have been there a really long time. So what I think I'm seeing here is the deep reading that led to sensible moves. I think that's what I'm seeing here. Very interesting. So that was a game from 1964. I believe the next two games are from 1971. So let's move on to the next game. This game is from 1971. It is black as Sakata Eio and Takagawa Kaku as white. And this is the 9th Meijin Yomiuri. So let's see how the players played. We took a 4-4. Opponent took a 3. Oh, opponent took a 3-3. Black Sakata Eio is playing oh, what's that word? Orthodox for now. Nope, Chinese, excuse me. Playing the Chinese. White takes a big point for both players. Black approaches that 3-3. Dual 3-3s even. Oh, neat. How fun. White takes the enclosure. We play some kind of large framework game for both players. Alright, kick because they're pincered. Then we jump. This game was played in 1971, Marinda. A small base. Black jumps up. And then black splits the right side. It's good timing. Since white is already pincered, black will take the knight's move here. This makes white really heavy. Black keeps the stones separated. And takes away the base. It's very good. Yeah, it was a thing back in 1971 for sure. So white's looking to connect to the upper right. Black took a large upper left corner. Black still has a group here that they need to worry about. Not too much, though. I mean, they can just jump around. They're already out in the middle, right? So taking the right side seems larger. Oh, this is a pattern we often see today as well. And black just blocks. Interesting. Doesn't care about that stone, just wants shape and to connect. Oh, cool. That's a cool way to connect. So we're honeying here, asking white to take the stone. Dropping. White takes the stone, because they kind of have to now, and then we just connect. So simple. Solves a lot of problems, right? That sacrifice is very interesting to me. So white's like, I'm gonna undercut everything, and black's like, go ahead. I'm gonna take this, and black comes out. Responds to the shoulder hit just plainly. And we're just taking a bunch of forcing moves. Interesting. This sequence is so curious to me. Doop, doop. There it is again. I think it's a super deep reading that leads to simple moves. Huh. White protects their shape. Makes sense. And we make some shape over here. Like, one of the fascinating thing about these games is I didn't see a whole lot of games of chicken where it's like, well, my group is weak and so is yours. We're gonna stay weak together. There's a lot of, no, I'm gonna make my group strong, and then I'm gonna move on to the next one, and I'm gonna make this group strong and move on to the next one. And I'm gonna make this move strong and move on to the next one. It's a way to play for sure. White's just carving out some more there. It does. It does. It feels different than modern games. Not in a bad way. It's just different. So timing to cut here. And we're just playing the end game. Seems to be. Why didn't we just connect? We connect. And the C17 cut doesn't really do anything. Because we can always capture this stone at any time, right? B13 first. Oh, okay. Before the turn? Oh, that threatens to connect under. I'm not sure. It seems like everything works for black. No, he connects that. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah. But then we just take this. Before F17. Yeah, but F17 is the move I'm questioning. Why we didn't just connect. So we connect, and then you're saying this now? Aha. And we just simply can't abide, right, white connecting. Oh, we can't play that way, though. Is it? We go like this. There's no way around it. And anyway. Let's get back to the actual game. Black gave up the stone. Guess it didn't matter. And still in game. Making life with our little group here. That was kind of in a precarious spot, wasn't it? Yeah, a lot of this game is Sakata Eio being like, I don't care about that. Very interesting. And all the pokes. Doot, 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 doot. So yeah, a lot of these are like, they feel like microplays, I guess. There isn't anything in like a huge level of danger. It's just all, you took that, I'll take this, you took that, I'll take this, you took that, I'll take this. So it kind of feels like this in this game, the end game started like way before. Oh, we have a Ko now though. That's exciting. What? Oh, what an exchange. Okay, cool. That was an interesting sequence. So the calculation is that these, with this forcing move, was bigger than the 3 stones on top. Yeah, once again, it was like Sakata was just like, I don't care about that. Wait, is that not big? That's the end of the game? Isn't there a push here? I guess they wouldn't count that anyway. Okay. So, the result, Sakata Eio wins by 1.5 points. Wow, okay. That level of calculation. Ooh, wow. Like, for someone like me who's like, I love to win with the big kills, I like the massive all or nothing fights. Uh, like a game like this is kind of like real precious. Like, it's sort of like one, we're just gonna win by a little bit. We're just gonna win by a little bit, and a little bit is enough, and a win's a win, and we won't be concerned about the haters. Hold on though. Oh, right. He can never play J8 in Sante. Right. Because he has to fill here first. I was like, why aren't we playing J8? Doesn't that, or yeah, J8. Doesn't that kill the whole thing? And it would, but we can't. We have to start with G6. Right, Miranda? I do think the AlphaGo, well, the AlphaGo style of play, like, blew people's minds when AlphaGo happened. I mean, but yeah, it's definitely something else from this style of play. I like this though. It's kind of a relaxing game to look at. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I've got one more from I believe from the same year. So let's get it up and running. Also from 1971, this game is between Sakata Eio as black and Hashimoto Shoji as white. And this is the 19th Japanese Oza. Sakata Eio starts with a 3-4. We have another 3-4 and a cross game. Everybody has 3-4s. I thought this is Promancing the Stones, the series where I try to find my one true pro Go player soulmate. The pro that I want to study. Basically, we review a few games from each pro, and yeah, we try to find the one that we ultimately want to start memorizing and study more in depth. Oprah was like, you get a 3-4, and you get a 3-4. Everybody gets a 3-4. Okay, we're gonna see a... Oh, wow. We don't see this anymore. So the peep right away is interesting. Also, the tiger's mouth response is interesting. But with black having a stone up here, I still tiger's mouth as well there. Okay, and just a simple Hane? Yeah, we do not see this anymore. Hashimoto Shoji just takes a large lower right corner, potentially. And black is like, I have a wall facing my enclosure, so I'm happy. And then we take this timing to negate some of the influence. Now, a jealous player might be tempted to just hop right in at J4, right? Okay, we just play a simple Joseki up here too, and then black pincers here as well. Just gonna take a base. White opts out. Do we protect at 012 maybe? Close. 013. Okay. white caps, that's a pretty open formation. Make some shape and separate our opponent. Calm moves, lots of calm moves. And right here, here's another example of Sakata Eio being like, yep, I don't care about that. You do you. I'll just do this over here. So Sakata makes a base here. White is putting a little pressure on the right-hand side. We include... Wow. Okay, if I was in a game and I saw Black play this kind of move right here, I would instantly be like, bam! You can't have all that. It wouldn't matter if it actually worked. I'd be like, no. Fifth line is right out. White attaches to divide the bottom side. It's reasonable. And we just jump out? Okay. Black surrounds more on the left. Oh, they're talking about AlphaGo Zero. Yeah, radically changed everything. White is building some centery center here, huh? And now what? If I were white, I would probably play here. Nope. I like to try and guess, you guys. How does this work? Oh, it kind of works. If black doesn't block this way, white can play something as aggressive as R12, right? But for now, it's just a reduction. Oh, and with this Aji here. Okay. So my instincts were a little bit right about reducing this fifth line stone. It's just white played some preparation moves first to make sure there were a couple ways to use the open space down there. Interesting. And then we break it up. Wow. Okay. What? What? Why we not connect? Is it because if black pushes through, we can turn in Sente, right? Is that why? I'm not sure. Surely not. Huh, maybe it's not big enough yet. Everybody fixes their shape. You get to fix your shape, and you get to fix your shape. Thanks, Kayaji. How you doing? Okay. So we're gonna take a big corner. We're just gonna take our corner. And what is N1? Is it endgame time already? Yeah, it's endgame time already. Kayaji's doing well, but a little bit tired. Okay. Whoa. This pro made an empty triangle. Look at him. And double Atari. Yep. To connect out. Does this group only have one eye? There's probably two in there, right? Oh, but he's struggling. Okay, it wasn't endgame time after all. We are still fighting. Huzzah! We love fights. But we gave up our cutting stones. For what? For more endgame. Alright. Okay. I don't know if you can see the disappointment on my face, but snap back. Uh-huh. Why this? Why? Why you do this? What's S6, you guys? I mean, it is Sente. Maybe it's a time Suji. Must be a time Suji. Yeah. What? What? Oh, right. Connectane. It's a thing. We need two eyes here still. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sometimes I don't see the situation accurately. So yeah, we expected that. And we're reducing weight now. We had to live. Yep. Something I didn't see right away. Truth. Hello, be hidden. Yep. It's what we wear for Promancing the Stones. Okay. And it's all endgame from here. You've never seen Promancing the Stones. Well, you need to follow my YouTube, friend. Yes, Be Hidden. Promancing the Stones is a series where I try to find my one true pro Go player soulmate. Pro I want to emulate. In Season 1, we narrowed a group of 13 pros down to 4, and this is the 4th pro we've looked at in Season 2. So we're gonna slowly narrow them down to the end of Season 2, where I pick my one true pro Go player soulmate at the end of Season 2. It'll be very exciting. There might be tears. Indeed, indeed. That's exactly right, Be Hidden. And okay, more endgame. Yeah, I can't shake this feeling, you guys. It's just these micro trades. This shows me something I'm seriously lacking in my own game. Even the flexibility of thought to do this. Soul UK, neither of those are actually in Season 2 at all. Yeah. I don't think Chochukun even made the Season 1 list. Shusaku, definitely not. Or Shusaku. Not my style. Although I play his opening a lot. Boop. All right, we don't have enough liberties. Oh, I'm so sad about these cutting stones. I feel like we could have killed this whole dragon. I mean, it has two eyes now, but it didn't. If we would have saved these. The lack of aggression makes me sad. Whoa, what? Oh, right. Right, because this is already alive. It doesn't matter. Yep, so we connect. Connect. And then connect. And that's the end of the game. Result. Sakata Eio wins again by 1.5 points. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, Sakata Eio, the Razor. These games were a lot of fun. It was interesting to get a peek back into history. How to summarize these games? Really, I gotta underscore that these games I feel are a lot more accessible to someone like me, someone who is definitely an amateur. You can really understand what each player is going for. Sometimes they're deceptively simple though. I felt like a lot of the moves were very sharp. Throughout all 3 games, I felt like Sakata Eio was like, you do you, I don't care what you're doing, let's do this over here because I think this is bigger. Thought that was very interesting, the level of calculation. The level of trading one thing for another and doing that in a beneficial way was very interesting to me. And yeah, I think his games are worth looking at. I've enjoyed some of his writing. I've been reading The Middle Game of Go by Sakata Eio recently, and he has one other book. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, worth a read for sure. Yeah, really a lot of fun, but I gotta say it, like this was the height of his career, and I didn't feel a passionate connection to these games like I did the first time around, where I picked randomly throughout his career. And it might just be because at the height of his career, this was the style of play. Oh, he has Joseki sequences in his dictionaries, right. Yeah, it might be at this time period, this was just the style of play, so he got to the height of the Go ratings using the style of play that was common in the time, so that could be part of it. But yeah, like the calculation in an endgame doesn't get me all excited like it gets some people excited, so it was kind of give and take. All in all though, great games by Sakata Eio. Thank you so much for tuning in to Season 2, Episode 4 of Promancing the Stones, reviewing some games by Sakata Eio. Please feel free to support this channel however you feel is best. You can subscribe to my Twitch, I have a Patreon, or you guys just being here, following the channel and learning with me is enough for me.